Those people in the back row. Okay, we're here to start our call city council meeting and call to order all the council and the mayor and city manager, financial director, and Paul Rosenthal is here with the exception of Ann Hunsinger, who is out of town. And with that said, we need a motion to approve the agenda or a change, motion for a change.
I need to make a motion to change the agenda to add the, what is this? The insurance. Property premiums for year 26.
Okay. We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, that's added 5-0. Okay, and we'll move on now to the person who is in charge of the city budget. Danny Roberts.
Thank you, Mayor. Before you, I just asked someone to make a motion to, we had a public hearing last Monday over the fiscal year 26 budget. Had a few questions, answered a few of y'all's questions later, and would ask for someone to entertain a motion to approve the resolution that calls out for the adoption of the fiscal year 26 budget.
Okay. I guess first you want to see if there's any questions, right?
That's up to you, sir.
Okay. Well, he's opened up. Are there any questions from anyone tonight? We've been looking at this for quite a while, and a lot of work went into it, preparing it. Since there's no questions, can we have a motion to approve the resolution that we are accepting the budget? Somebody?
Move to approve.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second? Okay, we have a motion, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. The budget for 25-26 is approved 5-0. We also, on the item that we added to the agenda, is concerning some late information that Danny just got today on insurance rates property, and while we're all together, I thought he would add that to the agenda and get everybody's take on it. Danny, you're back.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, this came in late today. I've been working on it for the last couple hours. What you have in front of you is a comparison. You'll see the expiring premium. That is the current premium we pay. The next one is from Trident Premium. That was the second company we were waiting on today. They sent it today. Travelers is who we currently have, and you can see their increase premium. After talking with Partners Risk, that's who shops this for us, they made a recommendation that we go with Travelers, and the main reason is under the wind and hail damage for Trident, they have a minimum 1%, or I'm sorry, 1% on the building value, or minimum $50,000 per occurrence. So if you just have a storm come through downtown Loganville and it got the library, the new library potentially, and City Hall, you'd be paying 1% for each building, or a minimum of $50,000. So that right there will save a little bit of money with them, but if we do have a wind damage, which is, I'd say, higher risk of having versus an earthquake, but that was their recommendation to go with the Travelers. I think Ash would agree with that. They've been a great company to work with. Trident does have several different companies that they use to insure the city, but Travelers is 100% all of them, with the exception of the cyber insurance. Both of them use the same company, which is Chancellor Insurance Company. So I would make a recommendation that we stick with Travelers, and that is for the amount of $641,279, and that would be effective July 1. Any questions?
So Jim?
Well, the only question I do have is the last time we renewed this, and I didn't ever follow up, there were some properties on that policy that we no longer had, or
Yeah, we
did
did a-
property owner. Have we updated that?
We did. We did a full, this year we did a full depth properties. Actually, I went out to each building, surveyed it. They had some addresses that didn't kind of match up. Mainly at the plant, they used one address for, there's 12 buildings out there. So we went out there, did a map, labeled the building, sent it to them, and we also updated some of the contents and the building value. Give you an example. They had to be pecan water tower at $400,000. That's probably what it cost when we built it. But certainly that's in the millions now, so we increased some of those things. Another one was 605 Tom Brewer. They had, I want to say, $700,000. If that building was to get completely destroyed, they would give us a check for $700,000. That building alone is probably $7 million. So we increased those. So we did a full audit on the buildings, and yes, we did. We got rid of all the raw land. There's no more raw land because it's not insured. So it's not far as a building. So they looked at building. So we got rid of all that. So yes.
Is that part of the price increase, or is it just?
Yeah, that's a small portion of it. The biggest thing is the automobile. We had a lot of claims last year. I think what I was told, it was for every dollar of value, the insurance company spent $1.30. So it was that was the main driving force. And of course, insurance across the country went skyrocketed. This is a 24% increase over what we're currently paying. So we expected that. We did increase the budget a little bit. This budget you just adopted, but it was still not enough as what this went up. So we'll have to, if you approve this, it'll automatically give Natalie authority to amend that budget.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, that's an increase of $126,082.
Yes.
Should we pass the bucket? But we gotta have coverage. So, seeing what you see.
I will say this real quick, just so it's out there, just law enforcement, that was another one that went up, but I think we all agree what's going on in the world today with law enforcement, their increase in liability. That's, you can see that on here as well. I believe law enforcement went up significant, 22%, yeah. So that was the other issue. But sorry to interrupt him.
That's okay, you're all right. So, do we have any other questions? Okay, do we have a motion to move to stay with Travelers Insurance? Understanding that we have an increase for the coming year of 24%, but we do need a motion. No, not necessarily.
Oh, you're
Anybody.
looking at me.
Anybody.
I thought, let me get to attention, then I was looking at these papers. Can I just say so moved and move on?
Sure.
Okay, so moved.
Okay, great. We need a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Not that we have much choice, but all in favor of staying with Travelers and absorbing the increase that we're looking at, please indicate by yea.
Yay.
Aye.
Any that don't approve, no. Nay? None. So it passes. It will stay with Travelers Insurance for another year, 5-0. With
Thank
that
you, Mayor.
said, anything else we need to cover tonight?
That's all I have. I'll talk to you individually offline about an event that happened today, but it's nothing to do with the city. It's just personal.
Okay.
You'd probably want to know.
While we got a little bit of extra time, any of our supervisors is with the city in the back, anything y'all would like to talk about?
A raise, maybe?
Bad timing,
Bad timing.
budget and increase. But things go up. The first question I asked Danny today when we talked was, you know, the legislature is trying to get some of these costs under control, and they passed a new law that limits cities' liability in lawsuits to $3 million, as I recall. They're waiting now for a lawsuit to come back to them from the Supreme Court in Milton, Georgia, and they were looking at like a $34 million lawsuit that they lost. I don't think they know how they're going to pay it, or if they can pay it, but hopefully we'll never have to cross that bridge. But with that said, Paul, anything else? Okay. We have a motion to adjourn. We have a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those, no, none? Adjournment passes 5-0. And with that.